Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Tobore Wabuzo. I'm a makeup artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. And on this channel, I give tips and tutorials on how to achieve flawless makeup as a beginner. So guys, this video is going to be beginner friendly. I'm going to be taking you step-by-step process on how to become a pro with this makeup thing. So guys, firstly, I'm going to shave her brows. As you can see me do, I'm just taking off the excesses from under her brow bone and also above her brow bone, just to create a clean space for us to work with, for us to be able to trace the brows. So next guys, I cleaned her face with micellar water and wipes, just to make the face clean because we are going to be working on a clean canvas. So next guys, I'm applying moisturizer on her face. So I'm just spreading the moisturizer all over her face. I'm using the Cetaphil moisturizer. So guys, I'm just making sure I moisturize her face very well, and take note of under the eyes. Make sure you moisturize under your eyes properly, because if you don't, you're going to be having some lines under there when you apply your other makeup products. So make sure you massage the face, press that moisturizer into the skin. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm taking my time to moisturize her face very well, because this is a very important process. Okay, it's a very important step. Next guys, I'm going to be applying my Rimmel Stay Matte face primer. I'm going to be applying that on her T-zone, and I'm just going to press the product into her skin in a dabbing motion. Don't spread too much, just gradually dab into her skin. So guys, that's what I'm just doing, pressing the primer into her skin properly. As you can see, I'm taking my time to do it gradually. Make sure you do it gradually. Okay. Next guys, I'm just applying a hydrating spray all over her face, and then we're going to wait for that to dry out before you apply any other product. So next up guys, I'm applying a foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal foundation and the Zikel foundation. I mixed both foundations together. Don't worry guys, I'm going to do a very detailed video on how to get your foundation shade. So guys, as you can see, I've applied the foundation on her face, and I'm spreading the excess on the brush towards her neck area. You understand? The face has to blend with her neck. So next guys, I went in with my beauty blender. I'm just using my beauty blender to dab. Make sure your beauty blender is damp before using it. Do not use a dry beauty blender. Next guys, I'm going to be doing a low light. I'm using the Zikel foundation, a shade darker than hers, one shade darker than hers. That's what I'm using for her low light, which is the contour. So I'm applying that on her brow bone. I'm applying that on her cheekbone rather, and I'm blending upwards towards her hairline. So guys, I just applied on the other side of her face, which is her cheekbone, and I blended up towards her hairline also. Next up guys, I'm just applying the low lights on her nose, on the sides of her nose. We have to snatch that nose. It has to look pointed. Hello. So guys, I'm just using the same shade of foundation, the darker shade I used earlier for her cheek. I'm just using it to contour her nose, to snatch it from both sides. When you are doing this, you have to be very careful. Okay, just do it slowly. You don't want to apply too much product at a time. You build on your product guys. So next up guys, I'm just blending. Remember, blending is key. Using my beauty blender to blend everywhere that I applied the dark shade. We want a natural, sweet looking, perfect face. We don't want to be seeing harsh lines here and there. So remember, always blend, 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 blend. I cannot emphasize this enough. Remember to always blend. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm just blending with my damp beauty blender. Emphasis on damp, okay, not wet. Like there's no water in it. You squeeze out all the water before you use. So next, guys, I'm going to be applying blush. So I'm just using my blush palette. I'm mixing two colors. Actually, I'm mixing a red and a pink. It will give me a very, nice combination. Just look at that blush. Just take a look at it. Okay, so I'm just applying the blush just a little bit above, just a little bit above where I applied the contour. Next, guys, I'm going for the highlight. So I'm using LA Pro Girl concealer. So I'm just concealing underneath her eyes. Okay, so that's why I'm applying the concealer. I'm using this little brush, just a regular brush rather. Just a regular brush, guys. I got from the market, nothing fancy. So I'm just using that to apply the concealer. I'm also applying it on her T-zones. Okay, the middle of her nose, forehead, her chin, on top of her mouth. They call it the Cupid bow. Top of the Cupid bow. So that's why I'm applying the highlights, and also the, how do I call this place? You can see what I'm doing, right? I'm just creating a line to separate where the your eyeshadow will be from your other part of your face. Remember, your eyeshadow must be separated from the other part of your face. Okay, so that's the line I created there, and I just blended out with my beauty blender. Next, guys, I'm just applying brow gel, or you can call it brow tamer rather, on her brows. So I'm taming them. I'm just making them I'm just using the a brow gel to brush them upwards and leave it to dry out while I apply my eyeshadow, so that when I'll be drawing, the hairs will not be battling with me. They will just be in one place and we can draw our brows effortlessly. So that's what I'm doing, guys. Next, okay, I'm going to be setting the places where I applied the concealer. Every part of the face where I apply the concealer, I'm going to be using this powder. It's a Milani powder. It's very nice. You should get this. It's actually very nice. I'm just going to be using this Milani powder, and very affordable also. I use drugstore products for most of my videos. Very, very affordable products. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my products soon. I'm going to be sharing with you guys very, very affordable products that you can get from anywhere close to you. You don't have to break the bank to look good, baby. So I'm going to be sharing with you on another of my video very affordable products that you guys can get. So I'm just applying this Milani powder, a shade lighter than hers. Take note, a shade a little bit lighter than hers, right? So I'm just applying it all over the places where I highlighted earlier. Remember, do not swipe, guys. Never swipe. Just dab, dab, dab. When applying your products, make sure you are dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. So I'm using a beauty blender to apply. You can also use a brush, but I prefer using a beauty blender as it doesn't leave harsh lines. Okay, so now I'm using the excesses to dab beneath the brow bone just to create this upward look. You get. So now, guys, I'm using also Milani powder, a shade darker than hers, for the areas that I contour, the low light. So I'm also applying that on the hairline. Remember, we also apply the liquid contour on the hairline. So wherever you apply your liquid contour, you're going to be using your powder to set it. So I'm using a darker shade of a Milani powder, also in the shade Deep. Right, Deep is what I'm using to contour or to do my low lights, whichever way you call it. So I'm just applying it close to her neck area. We are creating a contoured face. Is it a contour or a sculpted? Yes, that's the word, sculpted. We are creating a sculpted look. So guys, I'm also applying this dark shade of the powder on her nose. Remember, we also snatched that nose. So next, guys, I applied my concealer. Don't worry, I have a very detailed video of how to use a concealer as your eye primer, because that's what I applied here. I'm going to drop the video soon, guys, for you to watch the very detailed one. So guys, I went in with a dark shade. Actually, I'm using a dark shade of my powder. I'm using the Zicale powder palette. I'm using a very dark shade to create my transition color. I also have a very detailed video on this particular eyeshadow look that I created here, so I'm going to leave the video somewhere there for you to watch. So guys, that's what I'm doing. I'm using my Zicale powder palette, a dark shade, to create my transition color. That is, I'm applying it at the crease. You can see where the brush is. Okay, you want to use, whenever you are drawing, well, whenever you're applying your eyeshadow, make sure you apply a dark shade, most preferably a dark brown shade, on your crease area before you apply your eyeshadow. Very important. Apply a dark. You can use your powder, whichever powder you like. You can use an eyeshadow, a brown eyeshadow, to do that. Okay, so but here I'm using powder. You know, I'm giving you tips, like I'm giving you easy tips. You don't have to break the bank, guys. You can just rock whatever you have there. So I'm going on this channel, just stay tuned. I'm going to be giving you tips on how you can just, you know, improvise. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using powder to create my transition color. So next, guys, I went in with my eyeshadow. I'm actually using the Keme Beauty Lounge eyeshadow, or is it the Cocoa palette? Okay, so that's what I'm using. I'm just applying my eyeshadow. Remember, I told you I have a very detailed video on how you can create this eyeshadow look. I'm going to be dropping the video for you guys. Okay, very detailed. Don't miss that video. You should watch it. You need to watch it. Okay, so guys, I'm just applying my eyeshadow. Take note, I am avoiding the outer part of her eyes. Okay, see where I'm putting my eyeshadow. Remember the line we drew earlier when we were concealing? Take note of that, please. Do not exceed it, guys. Okay, so guys, I'm just applying my eyeshadow. I went in with like about 5 colors, 5, even you won't even know. That's why you should watch that video. That is why you should watch it. So guys, I went in with my eyeliner, just lined the eyes, and then we'll line underneath the eyes also, yeah, with a black gel liner. And then I applied mascara. You're going to get these details on that eyeshadow video. Okay, don't worry about it. So guys, I went in and drew my brow. Also, I'm promising to give you guys detailed video on how to draw your brows as a beginner. So stay tuned to this channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you're still watching up till now, guys, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you, I really appreciate it. So guys, I'm just blending out the concealer. I use the same shade of the concealer I used in highlighting her face. Okay, that's what I use, okay, to highlight the brows. Now I went in with my lip. I have a video on this lip. I think it's a short, yes, YouTube shorts. It's very detailed, guys. You should watch that also. So I just applied my lipstick. Okay, and then I'm going to apply a clear gloss. I have had a brown lipstick, and then a nude, and then a white at the middle, right? So guys, I will be doing very detailed tutorials on how to do your lip combo. Don't worry, just stay tuned to this channel, just subscribe. So next, guys, I'm just applying my powder blush. Remember, we applied the liquid blush, so I apply my powder brush, and then we set everything in with the setting spray. Next up, guys, I'm just applying my glow. I'm using the Adventure Glow palette. Remember, these are very affordable products, and see how bomb this makeup is looking. So guys, this is the finished look. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.